we know that the Greens hate coal-fired power stations, of course. But here's a moral dilemma for them. What about a coal-fired power station that's owned by Aborigines? Now, that's the beauty of a proposed $2 billion hybrid plant, a coal-fired power station and a solar plant that's being planned for Collinsville in North Queensland. And it's a proposal pushed by a Brisbane-based Indigenous company called Shine Energy, and is headed by a traditional Biri man, Ashley Dodd. Now, Collinsville sure needs the 2,000 jobs in this project too. Its population, by the way, has halved over the past 10 years. So it should be all systems go for the Greens, I would have thought. Joining me is Shine Energy's Ashley Dodd. Thank you so much indeed for your time. Why is an Aboriginal group trying to build, I know it's a hybrid plant, but it includes a coal-fired power station. Why are you trying to do that?
How you going, Andrew? It's good to be here. Thanks for having us on your show. All I can say, mate, it's a proud time to be an Australian for the little man and the little people of this country standing up and delivering such a needed project up in Collinsville. That's what we've done as traditional owners. We saw a need, we saw a gap in the market, and we saw that the national energy market was being put at risk through speculators with the renewable energy targets, where they come in and they try to maximise their rents through the large generation certificates and other tax hikes that they can use to garnish their profits. We saw that it's the opportunity to bring baseload to North Queensland on our country, Biri country. And so what we've done is designed a plant called the Dalgan Energy Park. WSP done the pre-feasibility, the concept study, and we've come up with an ultra-supercritical coupled with a PV solar plant. The PV solar plant we're actually using to auxiliary power to the back of the ultra-supercritical power plant. So one, it'll help reduce the amount of coal, to drive the auxiliary power. But two, it also makes sure that we bring reliability into the system, which is much needed. Since Collinsville, the 190 megawatt system, when it went offline, we've seen that the renewable energy proponents come in and they've established themselves there. We've got Edify Energy, Ratch, and we've got several others. And there's brought instability within the network. So
look, you don't need to talk to me about the financial thing. Yeah. Mate, you're absolutely right. But here's the thing for me, what I find fascinating about this, an Aboriginal group doing it, right? Now, the green image has been Aborigines close to nature, against development, against this horrible first world economy, etc., etc. Now, it seems to me, is that an image that you're accepting, or is it one that you're challenging?
Yeah, look, I tell you what, Andrew, means of production, what is it? We're talking about land, we're talking about water. We own that country up there. We're Biri people. That's it. That's our country. That's our nation. We've missed out on those opportunities to use the means of production to create wealth and economic prosperity and positive social outcomes over the years, since 1861 when Dalrymple come into that country. Now, if you want to talk about the Greens, they'd rather us stay back in the Stone Ages, mate.
Yeah, I know. They want you fossils. They want you living fossils.
To use what rightfully... Yep. To what we want to use is rightfully our own, is the means of production, the land which is our land, to actually then make economic prosperity ourselves. We don't want handouts, mate. All we want to do is have the same opportunity with our private property rights to our land to develop industry. And that's what we're looking at doing, mate. But these green groups come up on our country, Biri country, and they don't even ask permission to come on our country. How dare they? Our traditions and customs, you're liable under our traditions and customs by the penalty of death. That's what we'll talk from my grandfather. Reggie Dodd, was born in 1907 on Courtenay Station, which is Strathmore Station. But we here have the opportunity, and it's because of the federal government, Andrew. They've worked hard with us. We've put all of our own capital, all of our own resources, Shine Energy I'm talking about, mate, and that's why I'm saying it's proud to be an Australian, mate, because it's only in this country the little man like us can give ourselves the opportunity to create something special for this country, because that's what you need to do, mate, and this is the whole point about it, is that it's what you can do for your country, not what your country can do for you. That's what we need to do, and that's what we stood up, and that's what we're doing here. So for all those naysayers out there, mate, I tell them to come up home, come and walk with the Biri people, and see exactly what we're trying to do about creating economic prosperity. You're sitting back down there in Melbourne and Sydney and all that rubbish, talking your rubbish. Get up home and see it. You know, up home is where it's at, man. Our Collinsville is suffering. You know, you've got the average age up there around 43, Andrew. Then you've got at Moranbah, you've got Emerald 31. People are leaving Collinsville, mate, because the community's not livable. This power project,
Ashley,
Andrew, this Delgan Energy Park, I was just going to say, this power project, this is not just about creating an asset or a commercial project. This is about delivering a better community. This asset will give us the opportunity to create permanent jobs so we can start revitalising Collinsville and start bringing back to our community. That's what this is about. It's not just a commercial outcome for us. It's very important.
Actually, I think this is really important. I don't know how many steps you've got to go through for this project to go ahead. I don't know whether it'll ever really go ahead. We don't know that. There's a lot of work still to be done. But I love the ambition. I love the talk. I love the challenge to the old welfare culture people and the green lobby that want Aborigines to stay there, it seems to me. So may I wish you all the best success, Ashley Dodd, with your project.